Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Civil Engineering Hints. Today's topic is levels and grids. Levels are 3D elements that are visible only when the view intersect level extents. Most building elements such as floors and beams are hosted by levels. Other elements such as columns and walls are constrained to levels. The level tool is used to define a vertical height or a story within a building, creating a level for each known story or the other needed reference of the building. For example, first floor, top of the wall, or base of the foundation is now simple with this tool. Levels can be added only on a section or elevation views, and adding levels helps create an associated plan views. Level are finite horizontal planes that act as a reference for level hosted elements such as roofs, floors, and ceilings. Level extents can be resized so that they do not display in certain views. One can also hide levels annotations after adding them. Now let's talk about grids. Grid lines are finite planes. The grid lines can be straight lines or multi-segmented lines. Grid tool is available in plain plan view that can be used to place columns grid lines in the building design. The columns can be added to each intersection points of the grids. The extent of the grid lines can be changed so that they will not appear on selected view. These are the levels that are pre-existing on each Revit template, and the grid and level command are available in the datum bar of the toolbars. And once the grids are placed, this is how they are going to look. Let me show it to you in the Revit. For this, let's create a new project file using architectural template. That's the most commonly used purpose of Revit. So as we open the architectural template project, the first thing that it opens to is level 0, and there are two levels that are pre-existing in except the site. Including the site, there are 3 levels. So if you want to add a level or create a level, you have to go to elevation views or creating a section. So let me go to east view. There you see. Now I can see the levels that I can select and modify the height. Also I can create a new by selecting this level, or I can create a level with this shortcut key L. Now let's modify the levels. Here it says for 4000 millimeters, but in most of the cases the floor height is 3000 millimeters. So I will keep it to 3000 millimeters. Now I create a new level. Once I select the level, there are 2 options that I can use to create a level. One is by line command and other one is a pick line command. The line command, I will have to manually draw the levels wherever I require the level. in the pick line, if I select with an offset, let's say 1200 millimeters, if I select, you can see that a possible line is shown with this command. So I'll create a foundation level at minus 1200 from the 0 level. So I select this one. You can create a bend by selecting this key. So now you can see we have a bend for the foundation level. Now to create another story, I will use line command. If you want to, you can see which way the bubble of the level is going. So if you prefer, you want it on this side, now you can select and create it. Later, after creating, I am able to edit the floor height to the required height of my desire. So I can extend this level. As you can see that when I extend the level, all of the levels select in the view are getting extended. That's very useful way that Revit offers to modify the levels. And also the bubbles also can be extended to required place. Now let's see how to rename the levels. I can select the level and click on the name square, name rectangle. I am able to rename the level. I'll say ground floor. It's asked, would you like to rename the corresponding views? Like it's gonna rename the levels according to this one. If I click yes, all the views with this level are changed. The name of this view in everywhere it's changed. So I will say first floor. You can also click this, do not show this to me anymore, and click yes, but I will leave it as I want it to ask every time I do this, because this way I'm able to manage the levels name whenever there is a by mistake changes that happens during modeling. Second floor. This one has foundation level, foundation floor. Okay, so that's with the levels. Any object that you place, like a wall, you see now the view is renamed as ground floor. If I draw a wall, the wall is constrained between the levels. It is base constraint is ground floor, and if I select it to first floor, the height automatically changes. And if I apply and go to east view, then any changes in the levels changes the height of the wall, because the wall is constrained to the level. You see, that's an advantage, one more advantage that Revit offers. Then going to ground floor, let me delete this, and I'm gonna show this grid command. Grids, as I spoke, that it helps to place the it helps to know the boundary of our construction, or it knows the wall 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 line and columns placement with the help of grids. So grid is this is first grid. I can go with select grid with an offset of 1200, or I can go by an arc grid, or I can go by horizontal grid, vertical grids. This becomes the grid lines. The uses of this is the use of this grid is when I go to column command, I can directly mention here at grid intersections. I can select the column type and give finish. I can place manually, but it says none of them were created. So let me see it once again. It has placed, but it is the visibility graphics that is affecting the view. So visibility graphics, I go to columns, or the next possibility will be view range. Okay, view range is not a problem. Okay. This way you are able to place the columns at the intersection of each grids. See it. Okay. Okay. This is all for today's video. Thank you for your time.